The death of Hassan Nasrallah, the former leader of Hezbollah, has left a profound impact on the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. As a figure synonymous with resistance against Israel and a key player in Lebanon's turbulent politics, his passing raises questions about the future of Hezbollah and the broader implications for regional stability. Nasrallah's leadership was characterized by a mix of charisma and controversy. Under his command, Hezbollah grew from a local militia into a significant political and military force, deeply entrenched in Lebanese society. His influence extended beyond Lebanon's borders, making him a central figure in the Iranian axis of resistance against Israel and Western powers. His death marks the end of an era that defined Lebanese politics and the struggle for Palestinian rights. In the wake of Nasrallah's death, Lebanon faces a potential power vacuum within Hezbollah. Leadership transitions in such organizations can lead to instability, as factions vie for control. The new leader may seek to assert authority by escalating tensions with Israel, risking further conflict in an already volatile region. This uncertainty could provoke a fresh cycle of violence, with far-reaching consequences for Lebanon and its neighbors. Following Nasrallah's passing, Hezbollah may resort to showing a united front to maintain its influence. However, internal divisions could surface as different factions interpret his legacy in varied ways. Some may advocate for continued military resistance against Israel, while others might push for a shift toward diplomacy. The approach taken will significantly impact Lebanon's security situation and its relationships with both allies and adversaries. The regional response to Nasrallah's death will be crucial. Nations like Israel may perceive this as an opportunity to strike preemptively against Hezbollah, fearing an escalation of violence. In contrast, Iran may attempt to strengthen its ties with Hezbollah to ensure continuity of its influence in Lebanon. This dynamic could lead to increased tensions between Israel and Iranian interests in the region. The absence of Nasrallah could spark debates about the future of Hezbollah's armed struggle. The group has historically relied on Nasrallah's charismatic leadership to rally support. Without him, there may be questions about Hezbollah's legitimacy and strategy. The group's next moves will be closely monitored by both allies and enemies, as any miscalculation could lead to a renewed war. Hassan Nasrallah's death has opened a new chapter in the complex saga of Middle Eastern politics. The potential for conflict remains high as Hezbollah grapples with leadership transitions and external pressures. The coming months will be pivotal in determining whether Lebanon can navigate this uncertain period without descending into further violence, or if Nasrallah's legacy will fuel new hostilities in an already fractured region. The world watches closely, aware that the echoes of Nasrallah's life will reverberate long after his passing. From its inception, Hezbollah has been designated as a terrorist organization by many countries, including the United States. This designation is not without merit. Hezbollah has a long and bloody history of carrying out terrorist attacks. These have targeted both Israeli and Western interests. One of the most infamous examples was the 1983 bombing of the US Marine barracks in Beirut. This horrific attack killed 241 American servicemen. It stands as a stark reminder of the human cost of Hezbollah's ideology. Hezbollah's terror tactics extend beyond suicide bombings and kidnappings. The group has also been implicated in numerous other criminal activities. These include drug trafficking, money laundering, and arms smuggling. These illicit enterprises provide Hezbollah with a significant source of funding. They allow it to operate independently of the Lebanese state. This further strengthens the group's grip on the country. The international community has largely condemned Hezbollah's terrorist activities. However, the group continues to enjoy the support of Iran and Syria. These countries provide Hezbollah with financial, military, and logistical support. This enables Hezbollah to continue its reign of terror. It also poses a significant threat to regional stability. Despite international pressure, Nasrallah has refused to renounce violence. He remains defiant in the face of condemnation. This intransigence is a major obstacle to peace in the Middle East. It also raises serious concerns about the potential for future violence. Hassan Nasrallah's leadership has had a profoundly divisive impact on Lebanon. His rhetoric and actions have inflamed sectarian tensions within the country. This has exacerbated existing divisions and undermined national unity. Nasrallah's brand of Shia Islamism is at odds with Lebanon's tradition of religious pluralism. His vision of Lebanon is one where Shia Muslims hold a dominant position. This has alienated many Lebanese citizens. It has fueled resentment towards Hezbollah. Hezbollah's military interventions in Syria have further inflamed sectarian tensions. The group's involvement in the Syrian civil war, fighting alongside the Assad regime, has deepened the rift between Lebanon's Sunni and Shia communities. It has also exposed Lebanon to the risk of retaliatory attacks from Syrian rebel groups. Nasrallah's justification for Hezbollah's actions often revolves around the need to defend Lebanon from Israeli aggression and Sunni extremism. However, many Lebanese citizens view Hezbollah's actions as self-serving. They argue that the group is prioritizing its own interests and those of its foreign patrons over the well-being of Lebanon. The sectarian strife fueled by Nasrallah's leadership has had a corrosive effect on Lebanese society. It has undermined the country's fragile social fabric. It has made it increasingly difficult to find common ground. This has hampered efforts to rebuild Lebanon after decades of conflict and instability.